So FIFA 18 is dropping tomorrow night if you guys pre-ordered the Icon or Ronaldo edition. So I thought I would show you guys an absolutely insane first team to be working towards. A Premier League team, because we all do love the Premier League. It is the most watched league in the world. And who doesn't just love a sweaty Prem team on FIFA? So today I'm going to be showing you probably the best sweaty Prem team in the world. However, I am open to suggestions, so if you guys think I've missed anyone out who is ridiculously overpowered and sweaty, please do pop him down in the comment section, and make sure you guys go and check out the comment section to see some other hidden beasts. But we're just going to jump straight into it and start building this team. I will run you guys through the formation I'm going to go for, obviously, which is going to be 4-1-2-1-2. I'll show you guys the players, and I'll show you how I set this team up to do well on FIFA, because I've been having a pretty good time. I've won all 3 games with this team, 2 rage quits, 1 3-0, 1 5-0, and 1 3-0, which is pretty mad. I have been playing some foot drafts as well and absolutely smashing them, and I set the teams up on foot draft the exact same way. So I'll show you guys that at the end. Let's for now just crack on in and start putting in these players. So in goal is the ever sweaty, as always, Jack Butland. However, I haven't tried out every single goalkeeper on this game because I haven't played enough games, but I've played against a lot of them. Butland is very, very good. I cannot complain. I popped him in this team. He hasn't conceded a single goal, so it feels bad mouth for him. However, I have played against Joe Hart, and I have used him once, and he is absolutely stupid. So I'd maybe recommend chucking him in. Or, if you want to go a little bit crazy and you got some spare coins, buy yourself a Fabianski. Use him for now, and then when a squad builder challenge comes out where you need an inform, you'll be able to sell him on for an absolute fortune, because he's discard value at the moment. So he's 10k, pick him up for 10k, sell him for 40 when a squad builder challenge comes out, and use him in the meantime. But the one that I used is Jack Butland, so he's just going to go straight in the squad. Like I said, he literally hasn't conceded a goal for me, so I cannot complain at all. And he costs, I think, about 4,000 coins, which you might think is a little bit ridiculous for a starter squad, but this is kind of a squad to work, a starter squad to work towards, I suppose, a little bit, because I could go into my club and I could go on Premier League and I could tell you, oh, the best non-rare player to use is Stecklenberg. It's not. And I could tell you like crappy non-rare centre-backs to pick for like 200 coins, like Johnny Evans with his 65 pace, or this Dragovic guy because he's got a bit more pace and he's still only 77 rated. But that's kind of dead. Everyone can just get a non-rare team and bash them together at the start of the game. So what you guys want is a 6-starter team to be the first team that you sort of build as you start to get a few coins together. So I'm going for John Stones as my right centre-back, and left centre-back I have gone for Michael Keane. Now, I can already see the comments telling me that I'm being biased towards Everton and I should have put in, I don't know, Smalling. Look at the stats. Sanchez, Mangala, Reed, all the people around him. Like, Smalling's the classic sweaty FIFA centre-back, but Keane's stats just absolutely smash him this year. Even Rojo's higher rated. I would go for the Keane. He's got slightly better pace, better defending, and only 1 less physical. That's a toss-up, but Rojo does cost a little bit more, so I went for Keane anyway. Very, very solid. Again, they cost about 3,000 or 4,000 coins. And they're just a pair of absolute rocks. Like I said, I haven't conceded a single goal with this squad, so what more proof do you want that these two are absolutely sick at centre-back? Right back, I've got a bit of a weird one. You can see that it's a difficult position, because once you get someone who's got loads of pace, they become stupidly expensive. So like this Kyle Walker, I think, is worth about 40k or something ridiculous like that, yeah? So that's obviously not someone for a starter squad. And then anyone who isn't worth 40k doesn't have insane stats. So the guy that I went for is basically just the most all-round one. Well, out of the all-round ones, the one with the most pace and the decent work rate. So I went for ZAPPACOSTA. He again does cost about 4,000 coins, so you can't complain at all about him. He hasn't scored a goal, he hasn't got an assist, he hasn't done anything, and that is largely due to the tactics that I put on this team, which I'll show you at the end. Basically just tell him to stay back and just do the defending, because defending on this game is dodgy as hell. On the other side, we have got MASLAKU. So this guy is one of, if you guys don't know what foothead's beast rating is, nobody really knows how they work it out, but they've got like an algorithm to find out which players are going to be ridiculously OP each FIFA. And MASLAKU is right at the top of the beast ratings for left backs in the Prem. I think the only one with a higher one is Kolasinac, but I went for the extra pace, passing, dribbling and stuff like that, rather than the strength and defending of MASLAKU. That's up to you guys. I prefer MASLAKU. He's still a very, very solid player. Like I said, haven't conceded a goal. He's got 76 strength. He's got 86 and 87 in his pace stats, so you just can't go wrong. He's decent going forwards. He's got 77 dribbling for playing it out from the back, which is what I like to do. And all in all, I think this defence cost about 15k, and it is, well, it hasn't conceded the goal like I keep saying, so it's absolutely sick. I would very much recommend it. Defending is a bit of a weird one. Like, it's very hard to tell which are the best ones just flat out outright from the sweaty players, especially in goal, as there's so many different ones to choose from and it's largely decided by the computer. But this one's been working absolutely fine for me. Like I said, if you've got any ones that you think could improve it, pop them down in the comment section. But if you're just looking for one, I haven't got a clue what to do and want to pick up a defense, I would absolutely 100% be working towards this one, especially with this man parked in front of them. Check Kuyate, what an absolute monster he is on this game. 6'2", 88 physical, he's got 92 stamina and 88 strength, 71 acceleration, 77 sprint speed. He's alright on the ball, but to be honest, he's literally there just to break up the play. And basically, again, you just tell him to stay back and he's like a third centre-back. He is ridiculous. Everyone was telling me to get WANYAMA, Victor WANYAMA, but I'm pretty sure he costs about 10 or 12k. Okay, he costs about 6? Ooh, okay, it's a close on them. He's a bit slower. He's slightly better on the ball. He's got better work rates. Not quite as tall. A little bit stronger. So it's up to you guys. I would choose between the two of them. Wanyama's a little bit more expensive if you haven't quite got the coins for it. Kuyate is a bit faster. Wanyama's a little bit better on the ball and a bit better at defending. It's a very close one. It's a very, very close one. I like Kuyate. He's never done me any wrong. He's the cheaper of the two options. But if you want to go for Wanyama, I've played against him and he is an absolute pain in the bum. So I'd 100% recommend him as well. Left mid and right mid are, again, I want to say non-existent positions. Not non-existent. Sort of just, you can plonk any on there and so long as they're fast and have got a bit of decent dribbling, they're going to do alright for you. Like, they're just there to link up, run down the line and play the ball across. But I tried to pick the best ones out of them options. So I've gone for at left midfield. Not Anthony Martial, who is, he's pretty good on this game. But I actually kind of like, the guy who's done more bits for me is actually Nkudu, which is maybe a little bit shocking to you guys. He's played 4 games for me now. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists from left mid. He costs about 3,000 or 4,000 coins and he just does the job, whereas Martial costs like 47, I think, 50k, something ridiculous like that. And I can't really notice that much difference. If you played them left wing or left forward, you'd probably notice a huge difference with Martial's slightly better dribbling and finishing and stuff like that. But for a left mid, doesn't really matter that much. Just stick anyone there, really, if I'm being honest with you. I had Nkudu in my club. I played them. He's sick. I can only recommend him. Right midfield, we have got a Yannick Bolasie. There's loads of options here. But the thing that swung it for me to go for Bolasie isn't just his 5-star skills. It's his high work rates. His 4-star weak foot. He's got good work rates for a right midfielder. And also it's his physical. He isn't just quick. He's got 82 strength. He's got good agility as well. He's got ridiculous dribbling. Anyone who is a big, strong, powerful dribbler on this game is just OP as hell. Like, you just get the ball. Once he starts running, he's super strong so he can't get pushed off the ball. He's got ridiculous dribbling and agility to chop side to side and go around people. He's just really, really good. And if you're winning 3-0, you can just start throwing in some McGeady spins and Rabona fakes and all stupid stuff like that with his 5-star skills. He cost me 2,500 coins as well, or under 2,500 coins, which is stupid. 6'2". I could just go on and on. He's sick. 78 rated, 87 pace, 83 dribbling. What more do you want from a right midfielder? Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit more expensive. So, for example, if you're looking for a cam, I haven't really got too many of them chilling in my club because I haven't been keeping hold of the non-rares. But if you really wanted to go like proper starter, like only just got the game, you could maybe pick up Athlete or something like that for probably about 400 or 500, 600 coins. But once you've started to get yourself a few coins together and you want to be picking up someone who's actually really, really good for like your first Premier League team, before you go and buy yourself a De Bruyne, an Ozil, anyone like that to play in cam, the first decent player to be going into your squad should absolutely 100% be Ross Barkley. You might be shocked. You can call me biased, but I'm not biased because I really don't like Barkley in real life at the moment. He's just absolutely ridiculous on this game. He's got 5-star weak foot, which is sick. He's so strong as well. He's only got 82 strength, which is pretty good, but you just can't tackle the man. It's ridiculous. Like, you just start running past people. He's got ridiculously good ball control at 87, and he just, even when they throw a tackle in, he just powers past them anyway and smashes it into the back of the net with either foot as well, because he's got that 5-star weak foot. He's 6'2", so he's great for winning knockdowns when kicking it up from your keeper. He does cost a little bit more. A lot of these are first owner for me. I think he goes for about 7 or 8k. Yeah, there you go. Pick one up for 7,400, but you can probably get one cheaper than that. Honestly, I would highly recommend him. He's been in multiple teams for me, so he's got 6 games for me, 4 goals, 3 assists from camp, so he's been involved in 7 goals. Considering half the people I've played rage quit after like 20 minutes and it's 2-0, he's not doing too shabby at all. And because he is only 81 rated as well, like I said, costs you about 6 or 7k. He's absolutely sick. Would 100% recommend him. Up front, we have got, well, Lacazette is quality. He's really good in this game, obviously, but he costs 125k. This guy, Gabriel Jesus, again, is really good in this game, but he costs about 70k. So they're the players you want to be working towards afterwards, but your first sick team that you want to be getting, we are going to be going for the ever sweaty, the 77 rated Gray. Andre Gray, 3 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, high attacking work rates, 89 pace. He's got 78 physical as well, so he's got himself 81 strength, which again is pretty sick. The holding LT or L2 or whatever you call it, just to basically keep hold of the ball under any circumstances, doesn't really work this year. So strength is more about winning the battles and when someone's trying to tackle you, barging them off when you're dribbling and stuff, and he does it really well. He's got some pretty hit and miss shooting, is I suppose the way you could put it. Like, he scores some absolute screamers. Like, his driven shots are mad, but then sometimes he'll just miss absolute sitters and smash it straight at the keeper from 4 yards out, and I suppose that just comes down to his 76 shooting. Yeah, he's got 80 finishing, but when you compare him to like playing the foot draft with Messi or Ronaldo or Aguero or someone like that, you can understand why the difference is, and that is why it only costs about, again, 4 or 5k, something like that. So you get what you pay for in this game. As a starter squad goes, he's absolutely sick to be thrown in there, and you just create so many chances because of his pace and strength anyway that he's still going to bag at least a goal a game. And then next up, we've got a man who, when I started this video and when I built this squad and tried these guys out and was testing different players and stuff like that, he was #1 pick straight in there. But I do believe Mr. Matt HD Gamer has made a video on this guy and he's now extinct. So make of that what you will. He's got a 10k price range. I got him in a pack, but when I looked at him, I think he cost like 6 or 7k. Matt since then made a video on him and he's now extinct. So he will probably come back into the market in a couple of days, or maybe EAL bump his price range up a little bit. But he's absolutely mental. Even if he does go up to like 12, 13k, 100% just get him anyway. He is sick. 3 games, 4 goals, 1 assist, 87 sprint speed, 86 strength, 86 agility to go with that as well. He's ridiculous. Again, his finishing does sometimes leave a little bit to be desired. He's only got 74 shooting, 74 finishing, so it's slightly worse than Gray's, but again, he just makes so many chances that they're just going to fly in the back of the net anyway. But like I said, you do get what you pay for, or in this case, what you don't pay for, because he's extinct and you can't pay for him. But just bearing in mind that he obviously isn't Aguero, but if you were going to buy Aguero, you cost like 600,000 coins. So maybe it's to do with my finishing at the start of this game as well. It's a little bit shaky, but he still just bangs goals for fun, doesn't he? Look at that, 3 games. We've played 3 games with this team. We've got 4 goals from Antonio, 3 goals from Gray, another goal from Bolasie, another one from Nkudu. Barkley's bagged a few as well, but he has played a couple more games for other teams. We've just been absolutely smashing people with it in divisions, and I could only recommend all of them. I even went as far as to put like players down on the bench that I've used as well and would recommend. Like I used Benteke against the Tawny and Squabble the Showdown, and he was sick. But I never even got the chance to sub him on because people were rage quitting before half time in basically all of the games. So just go for these guys. If you guys have got any suggestions on ways to improve it, please do pop them down in the comment section. But as far as I can tell, this is basically the best sweaty little team that you can build in. Obviously, it's not the best team. You can start building on it. So like when you get a few coins, you might want to swap out your ZAPPACOSTA for a Kyle Walker, and he's obviously going to be a bit better. Maybe you want to drop out your Kuyate for a Bakayoko and then a Kante and stuff like that. So there is better players than getting in Agueros or Lukaku's or Lacazette's, but they cost hundreds of thousands of coins. This whole squad, I think, barring the fact that Antonio is extinct, say if you could get him for that 10k, I think would cost you about 45k. So if you've got yourself a non-rare team to start off with, and then as you win the first division, if you win Division 10, that's probably going to get you about 5 or 6k. So maybe pick yourself up with Ross Barkley, win some more games, win some packs from the foot draft or something like that, sell the players, get yourself Antonio, get yourself Keane, throw in a Bolasie right mid. It's absolutely sick, and you'll just slowly work towards one of the best sweaty Premier League squads on this game. So that is where we're going to leave it. I threw some clips in over the top of them scoring and the players that I was talking about and stuff like that, rather than me now going and playing a game at the end of this video and you guys just sitting here watching me play with it. So I hope you guys liked that way of doing the video. Let me know about that down in the comment section as well. If there's any other stuff, oh, I know what other stuff you'd like to see, what tactics I put on this team. So, custom tactics. First of all, I turn the pressure down to 35 because people love just sprinting at you in this game and just endlessly just trying to give it to a cam or a winger and just run at your defence. But if your defence has dropped off loads, then they're just still in the way. They just sprint into you and you can easily take the ball off them. To match that, I put the aggression up to 65 as well. So when they do get near you, when they finally get towards defence, straight in, rob the ball off them. Obviously, you want this on cover. It comes default this year. And if you go to play instructions as well, I tell Kuyate to stay back while I'm attacking. I tell my fullbacks to stay back while I'm attacking. And I just leave the rest the same. Play possession football. Most of the stuff will go through Barkley. So it'll be pass it into Barkley, turn around. Don't panic. Like, it's really hard to tackle people in this game. You've got a lot of time on the ball. Half the time I'll be scratching my head while I'm just dribbling around in circles with the left analog stick. If there's no pass on, just turn back, turn around, pass it off to Nkudu. Nkudu can knock it back to Kuyate, who gives it into Barkley, who does the same thing. Maybe there's a 1-2 on with the striker and then you're through on goal. If there's not, give it off to Bolasie, give it back to Kuyate, give it to Bar, and it just goes like that, passing it round in triangles all the time. As soon as your opponent gets bored and wants to run someone at you to try and tackle you, quick 1-2, you're through on goal, bang, there's hopefully the finish. I'm still working on that part. It's not as easy as it was on FIFA 17, and maybe again it does come down to these guys not having ridiculously high shooting, but they're always going to be there for the 1-2. They've always got the pace and the strength to make it through on goal, and eventually you are going to score about 3 or 4 goals every single game. So 100% would recommend. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.